Hello everybody, welcome back to 7 Days to Die. We are in Darkness Falls mod and we are on day 95. This is probably going to be like my third recording where editing Liz is going to hate the hell out of me because we're working on the Horde base. She just loves doing those. But we do have a lot of stuff that has to get done. I've been collecting all of the resources I needed to do it. I'm going to need probably a lot more concrete than this. I actually need more rebar frames. I don't have any more. We'll probably go check with Jen later on today. Let's see how far we get and how many more we need. I actually emptied out the traders not that long ago. I actually made 2 trading runs not too far apart. But before we get to doing anything, I need to make sure that these bits that I have over here at the ends make sense for the bits that I have at the ends. Like, I want the little corner pieces on these. And I could not see to do them. I said on face. Okay, there we go. I want to make sure I get... Okay, that's not what I meant to do. I want to make sure I get the actual bits on here that I want. There we go. Like that. So hopefully they go out in a corner. Kind of guide them in on each side over here. Let's focus on those before we focus on anything else. Make sure I get all of these in kind of semi-symmetrical, if at all possible. I don't usually do too well with getting symmetricality working for me, but hopefully I can. Now, did I replace these with corner bits, or did I just insert corner bits? Is my question. Got 2 solid pieces and corner bits. Okay, so... Huh. Wait. That's what I was talking about. I don't think this is right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay, I had it 1 too far out. This is fine. This is the reason why we're doing the checking of it prior to actually laying down any concrete. So it actually goes to that. Then I put on the solid beat right here. Then I go for the corner bits. Facing it out. Okay. Just want to make sure it all lines up so if I ever stand above it in a gyrocopter or something like that, it will actually make sense. So that one's out. That one's out. Okay, good, good. That number is right. Let's go over here and check this side. Hopefully today we can get done with at least the beginning part of it. I'm getting so tired of working on base. I will be honest with you, I can handle it a few days in a row and then it starts getting on my daggum nerves. Mainly when it's the tedious having to make sure between 5,000 different setups that it is the exact same count so that it works properly. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one comes out. 1, 2, 3, and... 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already lost it. Wrong side in. Okay. Now that that part's done, do we smooth out the inside? I kind of feel like we do. Now the only issue is these little corner blocks, if I do this, the underneath part will not have anything solid. Because I'm using plates over the top of it so I don't have to dig again. With these, that means I'm not going to be able to just place a block down right there because that takes up the block space. Which way do I want this to go better? Faster or possibly more efficient? I really don't want dirt showing up underneath there. I could dig in that little spot and put a block underneath it. Not sure if that's going to mess up pathing at all. I kind of feel like even though it's going to show part of the ground right there, it is more important to have it smoothed out on the sides. Zombies will get stuck right here and play around with stuff just because they are being noob zombies and drunk zombies instead of, you know, properly doing their stuff and things zombies. Okay, so that fixed that side. Okay, so that part is smoothed. I've got all the corner bits on. Now, is there any other changes that I want to make before I start laying in the concrete? I don't know. This seems like a big gap because up front there is a big gap for my electricity, and I was just trying to keep it, you know, the same. I don't necessarily have to do that. Heck, since I'm putting all of this out here, I don't necessarily have to keep the electricity there. I could technically put it inside where it's a whole lot safer and run the wires out. It's going to be a whole lot of wires, but there's just as much of a chance of the wire thing getting busted out here as opposed to in there. So, I mean, I don't have to leave this out here. Okay, now since that's solid, do I want to put anything here to help with my sightlines? No, a big open spot right here is probably good for zombie pathing, I would think. So, I think I'll just stick the block over the top of it and leave it that way. Okay, that's all of those bits except for these diagonals on the corners. I wanted to go through and do this to see how many more of these blocks I needed to make. I need my plates. And to see whether or not I wanted to take them out and put a solid block underneath. No! You absolute piece of garbage. Do I want to put a solid block underneath? I feel like I do. Do it like that, and then just hope no zombie can get stuck in this. But it looks better. Okay, well, I guess that answers that question. I'm glad I didn't go ahead and make those. Oh, if that's the case, then those corner bits shouldn't have been fixed either. Dadgummit! Seriously? Why did you do this to me? Oh, and it's this little spot right here, for some reason or another, is doing weirdness. Okay, it'll fit under, and it'll fit on top, but it won't fit in the middle. It's weird, there's some kind of micro something or another sitting there. Interesting. So let's do this, and at some point or another, if I can figure out how to fix that, I will. Well, daggum. Okay, I didn't even make 2 full sides. Oh my gosh. This is going to take so many, but just to take the zombie pathing scenario out of the equation. Okay, just about got it all done. I think another stack of 500 ought to do it. So that tells me one thing. You might be asking yourself why. Why, Liz? Why would you even worry about the floor? Why is that even a thing? You're not even putting a lot of health on it. The issue is when the zombies start pathing this way. First off, let me try this. This path is small, but the zombie's AI calculates its pathing to you. And any obstruction, and sometimes the obstructions aren't really evident, all of those obstructions count towards a percent of whether or not they'll actually path to you. It's like 15 blocks to get to you. And otherwise they start beating on stuff if they can't figure out how to get to you quicker. If they can get to you quicker within 15 blocks, they will beat through anything to get to you within those 15 blocks. If I can make sure, because of the undulations on the ground and everything, I don't want any of these weird undulations to become a factor in whether or not they are pathing to me. So to make sure that that factor is completely taken out, I'm completely leveling the playing field. There's no reason. Ah! Oh, they found me! Oh, oh, guys, you've got really good timing. Vic, have I told you lately that you've got really good timing? Thank you for proving my point. Good grief. Hi. Get off of that. Okay. Dadgummit. I was not ready for that. I was not expecting that, and I was definitely not expecting it during a Liz Labs moment in this game. Basically, I'm flattening out the ground using the blocks. Guys have got me paranoid now. Okay, thanks. But I'm trying to take this factor completely out of the zombie brain. Like, I don't want the zombie thinking, is this path the quickest path because this little shrubbery exists, or this rock is in the way, or any number of possible calculations that could cause this maze to fail. See, right here, I just completely evened the ground out to match this right here. So there should be no pathing calculation from this surface to this surface. It should be very, very smooth. Now, if I leave it like this, you see all the ups and the downs and all that kind of stuff that's in the ground, there is a slight chance, however remote, that some zombie, some drunken zombie is going to be like, that is an obstacle. That right there, that hill, right there, is a full block, and I am gonna bust my way through everything around it because it pisses me off that there's a hill right here. I have to take an extra bit of stamina to get up there. Hey Fluffy, how you doing? You're here for the demonstration, huh? You're a little late. Everybody else is gone. Class is over, sir. I do appreciate the break in it. I was not expecting that at all. But I'm trying to completely take that factor out of it. I don't want the zombies to have any reason to think the pathing through here is going to be harder. Not to mention, if I leave it over here, basically I'm going to have to do this to the entire area to smooth the ground out. Because if for some reason, and it could be as simple as me falling in my own pit, which has happened before, the zombies will stop where they're at and start digging in the ground. And they'll damage it, and it'll slowly get lower and lower, and then it might count as an obstacle and stuff like that. It's just a factor I don't want involved in the zombie calculation. They're going to have a hard enough time coming from way out there in right field and maneuvering this. This looks like a straight shot. It's absolutely a straight shot. But to a zombie brain, this is a minefield of dangerous things that they can break. And I just want to take that out. I don't want them thinking about that. I want them to path as smoothly through here as possible. The goal is not to slow the zombies down as of yet. It's not to cause any issues with pathing. It's just to stop the spitters. And I do mean any type of spitters, like the flamey peoples and stuff. If they start showing up in hordes, I don't want them guys getting to me either. So this is to stop any spitters, any jumpers, or anything trying to do so from way out here where I don't have a chance to in any way defend myself. So, oh, I meant to fill that in too. Let's go see if any more blocks got made. I need about 500 more. And then we should be done with the floor, and we can dig out the pieces where the corners are and get those guys inserted, and then I can start building up. I want to make sure all of that is done, and I've only got... I don't know that I actually have enough to do another layer. Oh, that's plenty. That's plenty. I hate to do this stuff. I mean, I really could do this at night. Blah! Oh my god. I could do this stuff at night because there's not really a whole lot of talking involved with me just laying down blocks. But every time something occurs to me as to I need to explain this as to why I'm acting this way, why I'm doing these things, because ultimately it looks like I'm just adding an aesthetic, and I kinda am. I do like the straight floor around my base. It looks awesome. But at the same time, I don't want the zombie, like, I don't know, crazing out and thinking like a little bush. Don't do that. Like one of these little guys right here. I don't want it thinking one of these little plants that I have to pick up or one of these little stones right here that I have to pick up are an obstacle, and they're just going to break everything to get through it because for some reason or another it'd be easier to break through one of these blocks than that. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes zombies just act weird. And this is just to take out some of the weirdness. And whenever you're working with mazes, being able to take out as much of the weird calculations that they might do is probably the best way to handle them. Because they really don't care for mazes. I'll be honest with you, they are not the best lab rats ever created in a video game. They have AI calculations that they do, and sometimes those calculations are a mystery, even to people who have played around with their AI for a long time. They just do the strangest things. It's like, why did you do that? What did you figure in that had you arrive at the conclusion that that way is going to be quicker? There's no way that way is quicker to me. And it's just small things, like whether or not a door is even considered an obstacle at all. Like you would figure a door would be an obstacle. But it's not considered an obstacle. They'll pass straight through a door if they have to. No calculation involved at all. But there might be a weird time where they're like, this hill is just a little too big. I think I'll dig a hole underneath your base for no reason. It has happened, guys. Every now and then there's just like some kind of freak of nature zombie that tries to grow a brain and does it wrong. So the best way to handle that is to try and limit how many factors they have to try and take in. And even then, it's not really foolproof. They may just bust straight through this and act like it's not there. It's entirely possible. Okay, the whole flooring is in. Now I gotta dig underneath these guys to actually give them a floor. Okay, now those pieces underneath there are solid. I am not guaranteeing that a zombie is not somehow or another going to get stuck on that lip right there and get stuck in this corner. It's entirely possible. Not really anything I can do about that, though. Evolution has its dead ends, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Sadly, I can't do it right there. I can't fix it properly right there. But maybe transition this way won't be that hard. Let me go check, see the other sides. This one is actually made properly, so it might be easier to tell things. Okay, it would actually be right under these. Okay. Now, does that fix transition? Is there any chance of me getting stuck inside of this thing? I don't think so, but then again, I'm not a zombie. I have brains. I'm not saying they always operate properly, but they are there. I already did these, so I can go ahead and make these solid. Alright, those sides are situated! Yay! I might actually get the outline for this thing done today. Okay, now it's these bits right here, right? Let me make sure. If I'm going for symmetry, let me go for symmetry. If I completely mess it up, there's a different story. Okay, the ones out to the sides are actually on this level. Alright. I think I'm on my final side, and the bottom part will finally be situated. Oh my gosh, this is such a pain. And I still have to go around to the entrances and level them out, because some of these... See, this is actually like a full-on step up right there, which is kind of ridiculous when you think about it. Okay, did that finally fix all transitions, all pathways, except for the one area where I can't do anything. Because weirdness and stuffs. What was that noise? Okay, that should be all of them, which means all I gotta do is stack and upgrade. Alright. Well, I'm not sure that I have enough rebar frame, so while it's still daylight and before everybody else falls asleep along with me, I'm gonna take my monies and I'll run to this gen, see if she's got any rebar frames I haven't bought off of her. Or iron to make my own, either one. Because I'm actually kind of running low on it. Yeah, I don't have any more in the box. I've got very little iron left, and I put some in here for steel. But I need that for Horde Night, so I ran all the way over here and forgot my bike. Forgot my money. I don't know, guys. I don't make the rules here. I'm just here. I'm along for the ride. My brain does not invite me for the ride. Okay, let's get this. This is just turning into a very massive base. It was not intended to be a massive base. But the concept of possibly doing the blinds is really something that needs to happen. I've got too many things shooting at me and I don't know where it's even coming from because they're so far away. They're not even rendering in for me before they can shoot me. Not that they're causing a massive amount of damage to me, but they're damaging my base. And that requires upgrading, you know? And I need to upgrade to highest tiers, not... thank you for loading in. Not upgrade and continuously upgrade.
Sorry,
you know what I'm
for my
saying?
Foul mood. My coffee maker's on the fritz again.
Do you by chance have rebar frames? I am so low on them. Yeah, I just cleaned all of the traders out. I didn't think so. I would have bought rebar frames. Yeah. Dadgummit. I was thinking I did. You still got my inventory. It's not time for you to restock. Which means I've only got what I've got. So if a zombie cop comes in and it's 3 blocks tall, the blind isn't going to work. Because I think I've only got enough to maybe do 2. Maybe. And probably not even all of them. Okay, that settles it. The last bit of iron I have that I got from busting the block that was over there near the Horde base has got to go into making some more rebar frames. I mean, it's just simple as that. I mean, I finally get to go back mining Horde Day, but... where are the rebar frames? 873. I might be able to get done with it with that. Maybe. I don't know, maybe some of the upper levels can actually be flagstone? If I really need to put some extra stuff at the top, just these bottom parts need to be reinforced for the zombie parts of it, you know? Good lord, it's dark again, and I really haven't done very much. Editing Liz is gonna be so angry with me, this is not exciting content. But I kind of put off doing this expansion until I had all the resources for it. And I finally do. But now that I've started, I don't know if I've got enough time to do it in phases. Oh, hi! Hi! Ow, 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 ow. Come over here. Out of there, because I don't want to hurt any of my blocks. Jeez, you guys just came out of nowhere, didn't you? Thanks for bringing me your shorts! Hi? Is this because I have my light on? I really kind of need to get, you know, doing on this. I don't really have time to waste on all of you guys. Keep hearing weird noises. I can't see out very far because I don't have the, infrareds on. It's actually kind of easier to see. It's easier on the eyes to see, if that makes any sense. I like the infrared because it lights up more area, just... it's a little much sometimes. A little much red. Now, as someone who likes red, I'm saying something. This is what you get for saving this stuff until you have the resources to do it. Instead of buying rebar frames, I probably could have just made some. Then again, I've gotten the upgrades to either, so... it's fine, it's fine. Okay, second layer is on. and I do have enough for a third layer, possibly, like, right under. Maybe. But let's not half the layers, because I don't want some of them having several blocks and others not. All the zombies will try to path to that area. Hi! Come here, lady. One. Alright, come on. I am giving away my position with this light on, aren't I? Not trying to be stealthy, I'm trying to build, guys. Calm down. Block party is in a couple of days. Okay. That is 2 layers thick. Let's see how we're looking. No. It looks like a mess. Now, do I need to go 3? Some of the zombies are above 2 blocks tall. They're actually 3. I don't know if there's any 4 blocks tall zombies. So, I don't know if it'll be necessary to go 4 blocks. But, that should protect me. Yeah, even here... What am I standing on? My bike. Okay. Yeah, even here, I'm not catching a sight. Let's see... No sight line. Very brief sightline. I mean, they've got to come in at just the right angle to even get a sightline right here. Which sucks that there is one at all after all of this work. But that is that part, and I do probably need to go up 1 more layer, because if they are here, coming through, they still have a sightline on me. Here they won't. I think I'll stop at 3, and if I come across any zombies that are 4 tall... What exactly does 4 tall look like? 2... 4 tall. I don't know. I haven't seen one yet, so I don't know that they come in 4 block tall segments, you know what I'm saying? I would certainly hope not. But I think this will probably work. At least for this one, you know, for the trial run to see how it does. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I guess I'm going to have to end it here. Sadly, I am not done. This is a bit bigger project than I thought it was going to be. If I had known it was going to be like this, I probably would have done it sooner. I mean, I've had some of these resources for a while, but at the same time, I also wanted to go out and raid, and that I have done, so now it's time to focus on base stuff. And while it's not most entertaining to watch, or entertaining to edit, as Editing Liz likes to inform me, it is something that has to get done, and if you would like in the future, next time I decide to do something like this, just let me know down in the comment section below. If you would like me to just kind of skip over this and go on to the next day after I get it done, just kind of give you the highlights, so to speak. And that is okay with me. I get it, it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but every now and then there's a little nugget of inspiration that hits me, and I'll come up with something to say that might actually explain the madness that you now see spewed out on the floor in front of us. But I will see you in the next episode. You have a wonderful day, wonderful night, and you stay shiny. Bye!